Hello everyone. Ow. Welcome back. Welcome back to Crochet Rocks. Tracy here. And we just had, and we're still having a bit of, the biggest storm we've had in ages. So far, no thunder and lightning, but I've not heard the rain that heavy for a long time. And of course, I thought it was fluffy out. But luckily, she was in the conservatory because Gary left both the front door and the back door open. But just meant that though like the wet was coming in, but at least she was in the dry anyway. But yeah, so it's taken a turn. Earlier on we did pop to the shop and got a few bits. I got a little bit of yarn. Yes, I did. And after that we went to the pub, Gary and I, but it was more of a club really, a holiday camp club. And we're becoming locals there now. We've been about 5 times or more. So we sat and had a couple of, well, I had Diet Cokes and a J2O, while Gary had a couple of beers, and listened to a bit of music, and then made our way just in time for the because we kept hearing there was going to be a storm. I thought, oh, I don't really want to be stuck out or walking back to the car in that. But we got home, watched the Grand Prix and had dinner, and then the heavens just opened big time. So yeah, it was nice though, nice over in the club. It was nice and sunny at that point, so it was very nice. We quite like it in there. It plays pretty decent music. Mostly it was kind of rockish, I suppose you could say. Not noisy rock. I'm gonna say Bruce Springsteen type rock. It was kind of mostly things like that, and a bit of Phil Collins, and then we even had a bit of Soft Cell, and then, but they were pretty decent. A bit of Fleetwood Mac. It wasn't horrible songs at all. It was quite nice. And on a Sunday they do a carvery in there, and we saw people getting their roast beef dinners and everything else, and we thought we actually could have eaten in there, but we came home and had roast beef ourselves because Gary, that's what he cooked today. And it'll be our last kind of day of eating, you know, stuff like that really. Tomorrow I'm going to do, I think I've got some steak in the freezer. I shall get that out and we'll kind of, you know, get on a plan. So let's have a look. Got some yarn in my special bag. This is the bag that I bought to replace my backpack because mine went walkies somehow. I have no idea what could have happened to it. So if I left it somewhere, you'd think I would be saying I've lost some stuff, wouldn't you? Because there would have been stuff in it. I can't think of anything that I've lost. Not off the top of my head anyway. And the last time I thought I had it was in the back of Mike's car. He says not. But that's where the last place I saw my chevron blanket was. It disappeared. I think that his car boot has a portal to another dimension. Either that or he gives my stuff away and just says, shh, don't tell my mum. Of course there is that. Who knows for sure. So Gary wanted to look for some jigsaw puzzles because he does like to do them, and when people finish them they quite often take them to charity shops. I don't know if that's what you call a thrift store, but it might be in the US. So anyway, this one's a cancer research shop, and it's a gigantic warehouse type, and it's right next door to Poundland. So I had a look in Poundland. In fact, we went in there to get paracetamols because you can get 3 for £1, not 3 tablets, 3 packs, and you only get 16 in our packs because we're not allowed to buy any more than that in case we kill ourselves in this country. You know, if you wanted to kill yourself, wouldn't you just go to about 6 different shops and buy a pack of 16 in all those shops? Maybe they think that by the time you've done that, it'll have worn off. I don't know, but we're not allowed to buy big packs anymore. So as he's got to take it and ibuprofen every couple of hours, like alternating, we needed to get some. And plus at that time my back started hurt. I think it's because I laid on it too long, or laid in a certain position too long. It's all right now. Took a couple of paracetamols and it's fine. So we went in there and they had yarn, but it just wasn't anything interesting. So I went into the shop next door and they had some yarn. And it was quite interesting yarn. So it was quite pretty yarn. And I got a few 4 balls. I thought I bought more than that. 4 balls of this one. And this does actually remind me a little bit of that yarn that I used to really like in Poundland. It's not it, and it's, I think the distance of colour is definitely longer. Plus, you know, it was thicker and it had orange where this has got yellow. But it's made by Signet, and they make this for their own I'm going to steam up. They make this for their own wholesale, and it's called Tickle Tots. But this one, when they make it for them, it's just called Rainbow Prints Baby DK, and it is super duper soft. And it's called Fruit Punch. This one I am steaming up. Fruit Punch, 100 grams, 100% acrylic, and 265 meters, so not bad. And it is a 30-degree wash and all the rest of it. It's quite pretty. Look at that. I like it. I think I might make a nice little blanket with that, you know. And then they only had one of these, and I've had this one before as well, and it's really nice because it's all the pinks. It's like a strawberry thing, and it's called Candy Floss, this one. Candy Floss. Isn't that nice? I like that, all the pinks. And that, obviously they only had 1 ball of that left. Look, steamed up. One has steamed up one's spectacles. Still haven't found Mandalorian. Don't know where he went. I don't think, someone said perhaps it fell in a bag or a box. There haven't been any in there. There haven't been any. Weird though, very, very weird. I'll have a good sort out over the next few days, but Gary's back at work tomorrow. I'm hoping he'll be okay because he's got a bit of a problem. One of his hands, it hurts so much he can't really use it, and as the day wears on, it's usually a little bit better. It's like I don't know if he's laid on it, sprained it, or what he's done to it, but when he wakes up he can barely use it, and then as the day wears on it gets a little easier, and then, you know, it's worse again, and he feels like one wrist is a little bigger than the other wrist. So anyway, he's got tablets and he's taking them, but yeah, so I'm hoping he'll be okay to work. But I mean, yeah, I just said to him, do everything very slowly with the other hand. So let's have a look why your cat thinks you're an idiot. Leaving both front and back door open in a rainstorm, perhaps. That would be a good reason. They make a humiliating fuss of us every 12 months, and we have no idea why. Kitty's birthday. Aww, little Kit Kats. I love cats. I do. They are such fun. They are. And I sat down to eat my dinner, and straight away I've got meow, meow. You might be eating, but I'm not. That sort of thing. She stopped after a while though. But she's fed now. When I went to close the door, I fed her. But yeah, it's been lovely and warm though today. Really nice, apart from now. But after this, apparently the good weather is coming back. And it was, you know, other parts of the country have had a bit more rain than us. In fact, this is the only bit we've really had, so I can't grumble. Mustn't grumble, as they say. Mustn't grumble. I've got myself a little drinky. I have a bit of a delicate tummy, to be honest with you. I don't know why. It's only just noticed really that I've got a bit of a tummy ache. But yeah. So Gary's daughter Charlotte sent me a link saying that me and Gary might have had the new COVID. And at the time I thought, could this be the new COVID because of the sore throat and all that? And then I thought, it doesn't feel like COVID, because COVID to me always has a certain feel to it. Certain things, whenever I've had it, have been the same. But the article that she sent me, it more or less said it doesn't feel like the normal COVID. And the most predominant symptom of it is a scratchy, croaky voice. Well, I definitely had that for longer than I had the sore throat. I had it before the sore throat kicked in, and I had it long after it had gone. And it was getting worse and worse. And at times it was scratching and going. So that was definitely one of the symptoms I had. And the cough, I had the cough, but Gary's really had the cough with bells on. So it could very well have been, or very welly fell have been, indeed. So yeah, I'm wondering. But we don't do tests anymore, really. Nobody actually does them now, I don't think. But apparently the COVID itself isn't a bad strain that puts you in hospital or anything like that. And in fact, it tends to be a tad milder than previous ones. But the sore throat was hench, and the scratchy. And that's exactly what I had, wasn't it? So who knows? Probably is my third time of COVID. Getting greedy. Getting it. So what do you think of this? What do you think I should make? I mean, nice little blankie or something. It's kind of got yellow, pink and turquoise. I don't know that there's any other colours in there. Looking at these to see if any more are prevalent, but they're not. White. More brighter pinks. See, there's a blue here, but I don't think there's any blue. That's just the pattern on the breaking through the ball. Might as well. It's all the same. There's nothing else in there. That's just what you see. But it's pretty. I like it. I think I got it once before. Most of it found its way into my High Street mystery boxes, along with the stuff that I get from all of those high street shops where I buy my yarn and get my yarn quests and stuff like that. So not all of it. I've still got quite a bit myself, and in fact I bought loads little for like last week or so, didn't I, when I went to the range, and I still got all that fluffy stuff. But yeah, I brought the yarn in to start on the crochet along. Haven't done it yet, but I've got a feeling I know roughly what I want to make, what stitch I want to do. And I made the mistake of saying that I had a couple of squares that I've started, 3 in fact, if you count that one, because I forgot all about this one here. Yeah, I did. So 3 squares I've got on the go, and that's without all the other projects that I've started and then just, yeah, not discarded, just moved on from a little bit, sort of thing. What else have I got to tell you? Let me think. Oh yeah, I got a bit of a message through this morning. Congratulations, you are 6. And when I looked, my channel is 6 years old. Can you believe it? Today. So not today as today for you, because that's tomorrow for me. As you know, your today, my yesterday. My today, your tomorrow. Well, 6 years, eh? 6 years. Wowza. So today then for you, yesterday for me. I won't go there again. But I'm going to do a podiversary giveaway. I probably will get something together tomorrow. Not going to do it tonight. It's pouring. It's raining cats and dogs out there. Really is hammering down. I've never heard it like that in the conservatory before. It was so loud, could barely hear anything. It was just really loud, crazy. And Fluffy was like, I don't know what's going on. Sky's falling. It's just all tucked up now. All safe and sound. But do it tomorrow when it's not. And I've got more kind of chance to do it anyway. I just have to leave myself a little note to remind me. I nearly forgot to do this because I did my giveaway, filmed the Sunday Fun Day, and Gary said, oh, I need you to come and cut the meat then. So off I went and nearly forgot to come back. But yeah, I did do that though. Anyway, yeah, so I watched the Grand Prix. It was all right. I mean, Lewis Hamilton staved off all those onslaughts by George Russell, and that's all that really mattered to me. I did not want George. I just did not want him to muscle in and push him further back. I didn't think that Ferrari would have it in them to win. And out of the two McLarens, I didn't really mind who won. Although, you know, Lando being British, you'd think, or English even, you think I'd want him to win. And I wasn't sad he won. It was good to see a Brit win in a British car, you know. But I do like Oscar Piastri. As long as it wasn't George Russell. I don't know why, but he puts my back up a bit for some reason. I just find, you know, his personality a little bit wanting. Wanting is the word, yeah. So I've got a few orders to pack tomorrow as well, which is I'm going to get done. I could have gone out and done I said to Gary, should I go and pack a few orders? And he went, well, dinner will be ready in a minute. So I said, oh, okay. And then afterwards I said, I'll do it after. And I went, no, I won't be getting it now. Honestly, I'd have been soaked just going from here towards the decking. It was just ridiculous. I've never seen anything like it. It's eased up a little bit now, but I need to spend a bit of time before Gary goes to bed, so I'll do it tomorrow. All of them tomorrow. A bit more time on my hands. So I'm going to get off and up. Oh, I'll tell you what though, before I do. Yesterday, I couldn't keep my eyes open for some reason, and I couldn't understand it. And do you remember I said in my chat, I'm really tired today and I don't know why, and I haven't got any right to be that tired. I had a good night's sleep. I was watching TV, not really watching anything, but we ended up watching Red Dwarf. I like that. And I kept losing chunks of Red Dwarf, and every time Gary looked at me I was asleep. And this went on quite some time, and he just said, why don't you go to bed? I went, I'll go to bed this early, you know, I can't go to bed this early, and plus I don't really want to lay down on just after dinner. So I stayed up for a bit longer. In the end, I was asleep more than I was awake. So I thought, oh, okay, I'm going to go to bed. So I did. Went to bed early before Gary. And I slept until 9 o'clock today. 8:45 actually. I woke up 8:45. And I could have turned over and gone back to sleep. It was just crazy. I've just more or less slept the clock round. Unbelievable. Can't believe it, really. I just spent a day where I could barely keep my eyes open. Heaven knows what caused it, but I was gone, man. I really was. So that's why I've not got much to tell you, because I spent most of it asleep. God. You know, sometimes you think, oh, I don't get enough sleep. So made up for it in the day. Usually means that when I go to bed tonight I won't be able to sleep because I've slept too much, but we'll see. I do feel quite tired. So fingers crossed I get to sleep tonight. But oh my God, I cannot believe that. Seriously, every time Gary looked at me I was like, so just go to bed. I went, I can't go to bed. Unbelievable. Anyway, I'm going to get off and upload this video, and well, tell me what you would make with this wonderful yarn though. I don't know if it would make anything like a shawl or not. It's really nice stuff. I suppose the tickle tops is really nice, and that is exactly what this is, just a different colourway. I said colourway. I hate that word. I hate that word. Colour scheme. It's much better. But that's what this is. It is the tickle tops. I like this one better, but they only had one, and I only had one last time, as I remember. Obviously it's the most popular one, they think they get more of it. Never mind. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care, and hopefully I'll be a bit more awake. Unbelievable that. Just don't understand. Oh well, perhaps I'm heading for an insomnia period and I'm, you know, hibernating a bit until then. Who knows? Take care everyone. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.